And let's go look at this one. Is actually probably a better buy right now. IGV, and it's crazy because I had my cons loaded for this one right here. But yeah, IGV in my personal opinion could go, and you know, at least it's at some type of pullback from highs. You definitely don't want to always buy the all-time highs. So let's get into our third one, all right? And that would be ITA, okay? And this is the defense stock. So, you know, with Boeing, you know, you got all types of things to invest in. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick their holdings. I don't want to quote myself on it too much. All right, let's look. We got GE Aerospace, RTX, Boeing, General Dynamics, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, Rocket Labs. All right, so this one is definitely something you want to invest in, and I'm pretty sure they're high after all that war and everything. But even then, this isn't, you know, the worst entry. You hit the 200 in May, could get to highs here. Like I said, you always want to at least be buying some type of dip. You never want to buy the highs here. So it's breaking this particular near flag looking thing. So this couldn't be, you know, this might not be bad, but definitely ITA. Any defense ETF is definitely important, all right? Because you got to think cybersecurity, aero defense, all of that is just going to be very important when it comes to protecting the homeland and everything. The government is going to invest big bucks into this because you got to think, at the end of the day, the world is all about imperialism. U.S. versus China has been a thing. U.S. versus Russia is just how it goes right now. You know what I'm saying? Imperialism will never stop. So I'm personally bullish on this. And remember, quantum computing, all of that is coming out, which is going to lead to my next point. So let's get to the next one. And our next one is very important as well, and this is the quantum ETF. Now, this is going to get us exposure to quantum. And remember, Trump just invested $2 billion in the administration, of course, just invested $2 billion into quantum computing. So this is going to do more than just help with technology and computers and all of that, but it's going to help with medicine. It's going to help with banking, finance. It's going to help with a lot of things. This is pretty much the next stage of computing. Very, very smart computing, and also getting exposure to data centers, okay? So, you know, that's another reason why I believe in this ETF, because quantum computing, data centers, all of that is important. Let's go look at their top holdings. So this one is the WQTM ETF. And they have all of these speculative ones, but again, the government invested into Riggedy, D-Wave, and yeah, so a lot of these are, you know, and then Google has lots of exposure into SpaceX. So, hey, again, you guys definitely want to tap into quantum ETF. Now, let's get into our last ETF, okay? Now, this one is pretty speculative, but at the end of the day, it has to be in some way going to be profitable. But I do believe in it, and it's honestly one of the coolest ones. Has a cool name, but bots. So this is robotics and artificial intelligence. Now, do I believe that we're going to have a iRobot society or anything like that? Honestly, I couldn't really tell you yes or no. I just know, you know, as humans, we're not really into the whole, you know, and why do I say that? Because the metaverse failed. Now that could be, you know, virtual reality. We're not into that, but, you know, I don't know. But the unique thing about robotics is Amazon is using robots to replace the people who move packages. The shipping yards are replacing people with robots. It's a lot of things that are being automated. So, you know, companies are